Well, hey Pisces, how about a message from your future self? You are the first mutable sign that I'm doing, but I've been doing this future self reading for all of the other categories. It's kind of cool what happens, and let's see what happens for you. I'm going to just get right into this. I'm going to pull a card for the present, and we'll look at the bottom of the deck for what happens in the future, and then we'll go through the advice from your future self and find out who that future self is and when they are. Okay, so we're going to start with the good tarot. Well, it looks like you right now today, King of Water, the wise, emotionally intelligent king. You have mastered your feelings when you get to the King of Water, and you care for your kingdom, and so you keep your feelings to yourself. So that's where you're at today. In the future, we see one card, the Empress, our planet, self-sovereignty, the most powerful divine feminine in the deck. Wow, that's intriguing. Let's find out what this is about, who these energies are. Okay, so we're going to ask what this journey is about. Right now we have two energies, the present day King of Water and a future Empress. They both could be you. They could be other things. Well, they could be other people. They could, like when I see the Empress, I think of Earth. And let's see though. All right, the Wise Dog Tarot wants to talk to Pisces today. So first card we're gonna pull is, what is your journey? What's this journey about here? King of Wands, another person. And also the fiery energy, the alpha masculine, very different from the King of Water and the Empress. This King of Wands is sure of what he wants. It looks like the dog here has the stick. It is on fire. We can see the salamander, all of this, these flowers representing your fiery self here. So that's what the journey is about. To me, it's a journey about being the leader of your own life. And I think this Empress, that helps me understand this Empress. It's not like necessarily a masculine or a feminine energy yet. Empress suggests that in the future we see a very feminine energy. But the King of Wands tells me that this journey is about you taking yourself somewhere, exerting your will in some way and being the actor in your own life or in the world more generally. So let's clarify. So what is hidden from Pisces? What is hidden is temperance. There's like some patience here. There's a process of alchemizing a need to wait. It's divinely supported. This beautiful white husky with the wings represents the angel that usually appears in this card. And what we can see in the water here, in this little swirl in the water, is that process. And the water represents your feelings, the cups. It's like this present day King of Water energy. It makes me think of that. So there is something worth waiting for, is what I feel. And temperance, it also speaks to healing. I can't help but think about drinking with temperance here for some reason. So like the temperance movement. Well, let's keep looking. So this is hidden from you. So we will clarify and find out more. At the moment, you are a great mystery, Pisces. I love it. Okay. As you go on this journey about being the leader of your own life, or whatever this King of Wands turns out to be as we clarify, you don't see temperance or the need for temperance. You're not finding patience in yourself or elsewhere. What you need to release is some control. The Four of Pentacles, you can see the police dog here with the Four Pentacles, and it's a small world view. It says, I got to hold on to what I have because there's lack in the world. So it's about control. And so I think it's appropriate to have the police dog here, Pisces. So let go of control. That's simple. What do you need to embrace? You need to embrace the same energy. It's like very Piscean water energy. The King of Cups. We see that. Let's embrace where you are now, or this person around you now. This person who is emotionally mature and is quiet, a good listener, looks after the feelings of others, basically. You're being encouraged to stay in that or to embrace that if it's another person. There's somebody around you, Pisces, who that describes, or there's some energy around you, or if to me it feels like you give up control, but it doesn't mean you start talking a lot about you. It's very interesting with the Temperance and then the King of Cups here twice. Again, it's a little bit coming into me. If you have a drinking problem, or someone around you does, in the present, there is something here about loving that person. And that what you don't know is that you have divine support to go through whatever this is. So like I would say, we see this is a journey about willpower. It is a journey about being the leader of your own life, about finding this, and this is making me think of the unstruck place in your heart, that fire in your heart, the place that has never been hurt, and that is a place where you can find a will to get well. I feel that there is some kind of emotional illness here. It doesn't feel like mental illness, except in the way that addiction is a disease of the mind. And so this is a different kind of willpower, right? This is what you can do, what you can hold on to, and it lacks divine support. So every once in a while I get a really clear reading about quitting drinking, and I often think of Pisces, being sensitive and emotional and struggling with alcoholism and its effects. So that's really coming in strong. So if that's not your story, this isn't your reading. It could also be the story of someone around you who's dealing with alcoholism. Who is your future self, and when are they? Well, here we go. We have a Three of Pentacles. So Pentacles tells me it's far ahead because they're the slowest suit, so it takes a long time to get to this. But this is you building with others. Everybody has a skill, and they collaborate, each one bringing their skill to whatever the project. And in the Three of Pentacles, you bring what is in the vision realm into the real world. So looking at how they're looking at this here, it looks like they're escaping from the yard by piling up these barrels. Look, we can see the road calling. I really am seeing the mountain here because we live here in Flagstaff, Arizona, under the sacred mountain. And when I see a mountain in cards, I think of this place. I see it here as well, embracing that. It's actually, the ocean is looking mountainous. It's a similar kind of land sort of skyline here. So in the future, we see you working with others. And that's like if you're in recovery, that's a very specific future self. It's what you do when you're sober, is you bring it back, you give it to others. So if this is your story, this is definitely a quit drinking story. We have one card on the bottom. It's a Two of Pentacles. Okay, I'm gonna just go with this reading. I'm qualified to tell this story, not only as a tarot reader, but as a sober person myself. So let's see, what do we have? So there's some more example of being the leader of your life and kind of having a revelation. The Hierophant is also like a very yes, no energy. It's also about having like a mentor. And so sometimes you need somebody's support, somebody's guidance on a journey like this. Secondly, we have a High Priestess, another way of connecting to the divine intuitively. And the Hierophant and the High Priestess are, in the tarot, a matched set. So it looks like you're going on this journey. It is coming from this fire in your heart for you, and that you are supported by wise guides, and both masculine and feminine. And thirdly, Two of Swords, which in this deck is such a powerful card. There it is, the dark night of the soul, right? Holding on to those two thoughts. These are two decisions. This is a decision. You're looking to your own counsel. To me, you're coming out of this darkness into, with the help of these guides, the Hierophant and the High Priestess. And I think like you could also read this, because on the table it looks like this. You could also read this as like you choosing between two guides. One is a very structural, recognizable guide, and this one is much more mystical, feminine energy. So you're on a journey. It's about being the leader of your own life, but you have help, and you're kind of choosing, or you're pulling on the wisdom of both of these influences in your life. Interesting. Okay, what else? So we see Temperance here. That beautiful white dog represents that divine support for a process of healing, and it's speaking to me of literal temperance. Drinking, literally quitting drinking. You are supported and helping. You have help with this. Let's see what else can we find out about this. So the Queen of Pentacles, she knows her worth. So what else do we have? So that could be, there's a lot of people around you and energies. The Wheel, this is a change of fortune. This is the inevitable change that is coming in here. And thirdly, wow, the Womb. This is the completion of a cycle. It's an additional card in this deck. I knew I wanted cards that spoke of your watery nature, Pisces, and this deck really wanted to talk to you. And so the Womb here, it is a really healing, safe place to recover in after having gone through something and something ending here. It's a big change. And what I see this change being, it's divinely supported, but I see a little bit of drama in this one and a little bit of helplessness with this gesture. And the Queen of Pentacles can be someone who is overly concerned with security. And so if you're shifting from helplessness and passivity in with the Wheel, changing you and giving you access to divine support and these teachers, the Hierophant and the High Priestess, and then you kind of go into, like, this seems to me to be this emotional recovery space. It's very watery. You just get sheltered and embraced and held in however you're going through this journey. And you know, if it's not alcohol you're giving up, if it's a love story, if it's a like love addiction, it's some kind of addiction here, and it's really connected to your emotional life. It's something that you're emotionally attached to, and the way to deal with this is to give up the exertion of your will. And in a way, like when I see this police dog, it makes me think about how things should be. And then we say sometimes, you know, quit shoulding on yourself. So let's see. Release this Four of Pentacles kind of control, like self-policing, or, you know, trying to exert because it's not will. The wands are willpower, and you have the King of Wands. Like somewhere in you, like your alignment of your will with the Hierophant and the High Priestess with the Divine, with this Temperance, this white angel here. This is very powerfully what's happening to you as you go through this change. So, and we know that you have to give up willpower. So there's the Empress, right? So we see her now twice. We've seen the King of Water twice, and we see the Empress in the future. So here she is on the table. And what about her? Three of Wands going towards. It's really often a manifestation. There's like pregnancy in the Empress here. What else? So there's like a waiting thing here. And then there's your Three of Pentacles, which is your future self, right? Because we see the Empress as your future. And you release control. There's a lot of this shift from the Queen of Pentacles to the Empress. So when you release control, this vision that you manifested of the future, of this Empress future for yourself, begins to come in. And you get this, you're on your way towards being this future self who builds with others. And I like this here, like we work with others, like we all have a piece, we all contribute. There's nobody who's taking care of anybody. It's equal participants, lack of hierarchy. And these are both about a vision. Both of these are about riding towards or waiting for the unknown to appear. This is about making a vision real in the world. And when you have the Empress here, like seeing yourself creating. So like Pisces, this is, you have a vision for yourself, this Empress vision. And it's in your future. And that's what I see. You have to let go of this future vision. And you have to do what you need to do right now, which is deal with the cups. Deal with this. The cups are not coming in as feelings. They're coming in as like alcoholism. Like you have to deal with this right now, Pisces. And then you can do this Empress work. It's in your future. We see you in the future, this Three of Pentacles, building with others. And for now, you just have to set that aside. And that's it. That's the message of your release. So your embrace is this King of Cups. So let's find out more about that. A Queen of Cups. Okay. She's much more open about her feelings than the King of Cups, but they're all, and then there's the Devil, there's the addiction. No doubt. And it's almost like you have a person who's also, oh, and then there's a young person, a Page of Cups. So there's like this family of people that, of the cup. It's like a family, it's like a family disease. And you have to confront it. And the interesting thing is, like, the cups are the problem, but the emotions and the emotional openness like this, it's very much like trusting in the new day. That's what you were going to feel like after you confront this devil. And the devil is, it can be many things, all of which could be addressed in a reading about overcoming addiction, codependence, drug addiction, alcoholism, thoughts that are disempowering, like I can't. It's also like your very selfish, self-centered base needs. That's what this is about. Yeah, with the King and the Queen, it's like you and your partner both have this affliction. And it's dark. Like, you know, this is an interesting Queen of Cups. She's coming in, it's not always this how she comes in, but she just comes in as shadowy. you know, just because she's a woman of color. But it's not coming in like that. It's coming in as like the way that the disease of alcoholism darkens you, right? It's the darkness that comes into a beautiful being, and also this intense sorrow here that this dog feels. Like this is a card about somebody who's emotionally deep, and you can see that. But in this reading, this person seems very sad, very depressed. And so to get through that to this is what you're supposed to embrace here. Okay, in your future self, we see you pretty far ahead. You know, it takes a while to do this work. You know, like a year or 3 years, or and then you get to return to this Empress thing. Like this is the future that you're being told you have to release right now, and it's about your planet. It's about caring for the big thing, right? And this reading just says, yes, that's ahead, no doubt. Do not doubt that. But until you confront this darkness, until you focus on you and heal this disease of mind, body, and soul, which is coming in as alcoholism or some other addiction, you can't work on the Empress. You're no good to her, basically. But we see you in the future healed up and working on this vision that you had. So let's see here. Let's see. It looks beautiful. You're with your friends, you're with your heart people. 6 of Pentacles, you're giving to the earth. Pentacles are earth. You can see this generosity and the reception of this gift. And a new emotional beginning. This is divine love. So what I see here is a transformation of your emotions from this darkness that's coming in so like blatantly to be about alcoholism. That you get a new emotional beginning, but it's not encumbered by darkness, by these self-defeating thoughts. This is how it kind of feels right now, kind of dramatic, intense. You're all alone. You're in a battle. What you learn, what I've learned is that you need help, right? And you actually have a lot of help in this. If you seek it, it's right there for you. And that's so beautiful. Yeah, so underlying energies. For the 3rd time, we get the King of Cups. And we've thought quite a bit about this person. I feel like you're changing your relationship to the Cups. And the 6 of Swords affirms that. Swords are your mind. It's a paradigm shift to change your mind. And what you're confronting is the way that your mind and your heart, so your mind and your cups, swords and cups, are in conflict. And it causes obsession. And so you're absolutely dealing with obsession in a battle against alcoholism or some other addiction. So Pisces, you have something really big and beautiful and significant to the whole world to do ahead. But until you confront the waters of your emotions and how it appears like the Pisces this message is for, you just simply need to quit. You need to get clean, and you need to get sober, and you need help. And it's really there for you. It's in earthly and divine ways here for you when you align your will with these powers that are here to help you. You will change. You will be supported in this kind of womb. That is what it felt like for me. It's a beautiful journey. It's real simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. And then you get to do your beautiful work. Your beautiful work is here for you in the future. But first, you have to do this other work. And it will take you some time, Pisces, to do this work. And I wish you peace, and I wish you freedom. And this is the way to it. If alcoholism is your problem, I have it too. And I have walked this path, and you can too. So let me know if you need any more information about that. And blessings to you on this journey, Pisces. Have a beautiful day.